Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope you're well. I do want to take a quick second just to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Gemini out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating for you, Gemini, get in where you fit in, but please don't try to force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. All right, Gemini, you're starting out with the Three of Pentacles. You have Temperance in the reverse. And you have the World in reverse. All right, so there's a little bit of imbalance here. I feel like your emotions are a little bit all over the place. It could have to do with some situation at work that is unresolved or something to do with your stability. But whatever it is, it's unresolved. It's there's something here that is, it's a cycle of some sort that hasn't completely closed out. And you're seeking stability. You're seeking to have some kind of stable energy here. And because it's not complete, it's not, it's not closing out some kind of a cycle, it's causing you to be a little bit not unemotional, it's causing you to be a little bit emotional. So there's healing that does need to take place. For some of you, this has to do with work. For others, it has to do within the confines of a contract of some sort, a soul contract, perhaps a physical contract for that matter. Let me see who is in your energy, because I do feel like you're working on it. It's just not completely resolved yet. Show me who is in Gemini's energy. All right, so the person in your energy has the Page of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Lovers. So whoever this is feels that they are your soulmate. This is somebody who I do feel has feelings for you, a lot of feelings. You might be dealing with another Gemini, but you don't have to be. This person is definitely very focused on you. They want to have success with you. This is also somebody that I feel like for a few of you, this person could be in the public eye in some manner. Page of Swords indicates that this person is maybe doing some low-key spying. They're trying to figure something out here. Could even be somebody that you work with. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're both acting as if you're both acting as if you're unaware, you're unbothered, but that's not the case. And I do feel like, especially like at night, you're both kind of thinking about one another. This person is wondering if you're thinking about them. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Seven of Wands reversed. Interesting. So for some of you, there could have been some conflict here. If so, you both want to resolve it. This would be what would be causing you to feel very emotional and kind of on a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. The person in your energy wants to resolve this, and they want to resolve it successfully and peacefully because this person has feelings for you. So I do feel for some of you, this is somebody you work with, and that work relationship is frowned upon, and you're both trying to figure out how to overcome that. Let me see. Show me the outcome. The King of Pentacles, stability, very nice. Stability, it's also possibly a commitment coming through. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn energy. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit in the reverse. So you might be dealing with a Virgo, but as an underlying energy, this is finding the answers that you're looking for. And I can see that you're both trying to resolve something here. And I do feel like you will find the answers. So let's clarify your reading, Gemini. Show me the Three of Pentacles. If this is somebody that you have met through work, I do feel like you may have people watching this, suspicious perhaps. Okay, again, we have Temperance in the reverse. Very strong energy of the emotions being all over the place. Four of Swords. So this indicates that you're having to keep silent about something. You're having to, you know, hold back some kind of communication. And that's primarily what's causing all of this, these ups and downs in your emotions. So let me see. And that's what, and neither of you are acting like it's a big deal. I feel like for it, of course it's not for everybody, but for somebody out there, this is a workplace situation and it's frowned upon. Let me see why Temperance is in reverse. Show me Temperance in reverse. Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. Woof. For some of you, this is a soul contract, and it is also a physical contract. You may be married to this person. You feel like you could be happy with this person, but you do realize that in order for stability to come into this situation, there's something here that has to be overcome. It's either outside parties watching this connection, disapproving of the connection, or it's, you know, conflicts between the two of you. But I feel like in your head, Gemini, you dream about having a family with this person, whatever that means to you. You feel like the two of you could be very happy and have a lot of stability. So I feel like there's a lot of daydreaming that goes on. Why is the World in reverse? Eight of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands. Yeah, you can't walk away from something else just yet. Yeah, there's something here. Now, it could be, Gemini, that you're involved, that you're married, or that you're involved in another connection. And if that's the case, you're unable to walk away from that situation just yet. And you may feel that there's the disapproval of others involved with this, or you're trying to, you know, avoid that disapproval. I do see somebody new in your energy. I see a new beginning that's trying to happen here, but there's something that is incomplete and you're not able to walk away from that just yet. So take it as, for some of you, it's a work situation that you can't walk away from. But there's definitely something that's incomplete. It's a cycle that hasn't closed out. You're trying to figure out how to close it out so you can have this fresh beginning. So let me see this person's energy. Why is the Page of Swords here? Why is the Page of Swords here? For the person in Gemini's energy. Scorpio energy here. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles reverse and the Death card. This person's trying to figure out if you're going to close something else out. Yeah, they're trying to figure out, should they just walk away from this? Should they let you go, let the situation go? Or should they hold on, you know? I feel like this is somebody who has let their guard down with you, and they're trying to figure out, are you going to end something elsewhere? So let me see the Six of Wands. Show me the Six of Wands. For the person in Gemini's energy. Show me the Six of Wands. Yeah, they're watching you intently to see, are you ending something or closing something else out? Ace of Cups, wow. And the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this looks like there's been some deception involved in this situation. And neither of you don't quite know how to overcome, you know, the situation. You're both trying to figure it out. But this person, they are in love with you. They are. And they're trying to figure out if you're ending something elsewhere. There's definitely the energy of lying, cheating, stealing. It's that Seven of Swords energy here. So let me see the Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Ace of Wands reversed. Seven of Wands. I do feel like there may have been a physical connection for some of you. If so, this is somebody who is, regardless if there has or there hasn't been, This is somebody who is facing the disapproval of others. They have other people saying this is not what they should be doing. They're not listening to those people, but there are people telling them, look, this is a mistake. You should not be doing this. End this immediately. But they're not listening. They're very defensive. They're very defensive if there has been a physical connection between the two of you. They're very defensive if somebody is saying, look, this person is going between you and someone else. They're defending themselves in this situation, and they do not want to end this. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. All right, Wheel of Fortune reversed and Judgment. All right, so for some of you, if you're involved elsewhere, you may be trying to fix that situation and you don't want to say that to this person. Yeah. I have to say there is definitely third-party energy that's popping up. There's things that are not being talked about. There's things that are not being discussed here. This person in your energy, Gemini, definitely wants a relationship with you, and they're willing to defy the world to have it. In your energy, though, for some of you, you know, you haven't quite walked away from something else, and I feel like for some of you, you're trying to work that out, but you're not telling this person. So I do feel like in their energy, they're feeling very stuck. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Let me see Seven of Wands reversed. Now, if you find that your energy is on the other side and it's been reversed, guys, just get in where you fit in. All right, Two of Cups reversed. The World in reverse. And the King of Cups reversed. Wow. So what's affecting the connection is this unresolved energy. Whatever it is that you're refusing or unable to walk away from right now. And it does look like you realize that you would have to end something elsewhere, a marriage or a long-term connection. Now, that connection is not doing well, but some of you may be trying to heal that connection. You may be trying to work on that connection. You are very well aware that in order to overcome the problems you're having with the person that's in your energy here, that you would have to end that previous connection. The person that's in your energy, I do feel like they're holding back emotionally at this point. I do feel like there may have been some conflict about the situation. They want to work this out. They want things to be successful between you and them. However, they're going to hold back their feelings and emotions, and they may even act like they're not bothered by the situation when in fact they really are. So they might not even be truthful with you about their feelings. But the truth is that they're holding on to this Ace of Cups here. So they definitely do want this with you. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Gemini. Show me the outcome for Gemini. All right, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Cups and the Hierophant. Yep. So what this is telling me is that you're not leaving this connection that you're already in. There's a reunion type of energy here. You feel like things are unfinished in that connection. You're trying to work that out. You are very concerned. You're upset about how this is going to affect this person that's in your energy. However, this person, I do feel like it's going to cause a lot of conflict between them because they feel like, you know, Gemini had a choice to make and they chose to end, or you chose to end things with them and to stay in a commitment. So you likely met this person, you know, unexpectedly, perhaps even at work. I do feel that there's going to be a situation where the two of you get together, and that's when you're going to let this person know. And you're worried about it. You're concerned about it. You're concerned about how things are going to go in this connection that you're staying within as well. So you're really up in your head about all of it. Yeah. Because I do feel that ultimately you know that it's going to hurt this person that's in your energy. Yeah. All right, bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and that does indicate that the time of waiting is over. Waiting for what? Well, this big conversation. So I do feel like you've been doing some soul searching. You've been trying to think about what it is that you should do and, you know, how you should proceed. And I do feel like you have found those answers. And the answers do appear that you are going to try to work things out in this previous connection. So I'm going to pull an oracle card. Pulling for Gemini. All right, so your card is Magic Stream. It's number 18. That condenses to a 9, telling me that you are very close to the end of some kind of a cycle here. It's called Magic Stream, but it did come up in the reverse. We do read reversals in this particular deck. So give me a second. All right, in the reverse position, the Magic Stream card represents swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower result in victory and celebration, but this is not one of them. You cannot force inspiration. You cannot manufacture creativity, lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favorable position. Now is the time to drop the trying and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. So you may be swimming against the stream in this situation, and Spirit is basically saying you need to go with the flow here. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Gemini, know that you are loved, and namaste.